Making it rain with pieces. Oh, that was real good. Hey guys, it's Vital Organs. I'm Chelsea.
I'm Matt.
Matt Walker, ladies and gentlemen. Especially ladies, am I right? Okay, we asked you guys to send us some questions, and you did. Because you're so nice, the friends of ours who are actually watching this video right now.
Dozens of you around the world.
Anne asks questions that I have not planned an answer for, including, where do you both, respectively, find the most inspiration?
Would you like to go first?
Didn't you plan your...
I think for specifically this album, like the biggest source of inspiration has just been diving headfirst into the world of like synthesis. Like this is both of us sort of like taking on a whole new palette of colors that is just an exciting new freedom of like sound. Like
I want it to sound more like a cat. And then he's like, oh, that's how this happens.
You just turn up the cat knob and instantly Chelsea's satisfied.
Then I'm happy. Catknob.com. I find inspiration in human relationships. I think the emotions that come up and the self-knowledge that comes up through intimacy is really where it's at. Like, that's where I find most of my interest. That's where I think things get exciting, is when people start to get uncomfortable with each other. And I'm also inspired by the resiliency of groups of people who have to continue fighting for our freedoms and respect and basic human dignity. You know?
I do know. What's it like working with Aaron Gum?
Whoa.
So,
who wants to go first?
Right.
You say
So, Aaron Gum is the person who's producing our full-length debut album. What?
And directing our videos, most of them.
And directing our videos. I just like keep feeling so fortunate that we found Aaron, because he is really like the perfect fit for helping us like realize this music. I mean, he's just incredibly knowledgeable. He has gear for days, and he encourages exploration, and he's like so committed to us being satisfied with the product. And I think like most of all, I can compliment him on just maintaining like a fun working environment.
It's just like
and,
a pleasure.
That's so valuable to feel like we can be relaxed.
I mean, really taking it to the next level. And with the videos, it's so fun to work with Aaron, because I said to him the other day, it's like the best parts of being a kid, but sexy. It's like being a sexy kid. Making videos with Aaron is like when you were a little kid and you were like, what if we did, or maybe this was just me. I was like, what if we did this? Like, I want to look like a sea witch. And he's like, let's make that happen. He's like, as a woman in particular, I feel really safe with him behind the camera. I feel like he really understands the pressure that women face to look a certain way, and he's very sensitive to that. So good. Give him your money if he wants it. Next question. Okay.
What would you say the main theme or themes of your album are? That's a biggie. The title of our record is This Hysterical Hunger. And I think, you know, this has been written and produced over time of like a lot of transition for both Chelsea and I personally. Yeah. And I mean, we sort of distilled it down to like a longing or a desire or like a hunger for something more in life, of searching and like kind of a very base like animal sort of instinct for something more.
Absolutely. And for me, the idea of the hysteria, I mean, the history of the word is important, because hysteria sort of means like of the womb, coming from that part of the body, and it's become associated with being out of control emotionally. So I think reclaiming the word to mean something other than crazy, and instead mean guided by sort of an innate wisdom, an embodied sense of wisdom, that leads to trusting that hunger, I think is really important. Just remembering that the body is a source of information that's reliable, and all of the songs have different lyrical content. There are songs about social justice issues. There are songs about relationships and misunderstanding. There's songs about sexuality and liberation. And for me, kind of ties back into what you're saying, like, it's not necessarily about getting what we want as much as it's about letting yourself be guided by a hunger for those things.
And rejecting the fear that might come along with it.
Exactly, right. Like saying this is trustworthy. It's trustworthy for me to want more, whether that's more justice, more freedom in my personal life or in my social situation. You better trust your womb, girl. And boy. You ordering pizza?
Answer one of them. No, I'm not ordering pizza. What organ is the most vital in writing music?
Aww.
Maybe not everyone knows what the vital organs are.
Oh shit, I don't even think I can remember. Yes, I can. Kidney,
It's a quiz.
lungs, heart, brain, liver, skin though, really, you gotta include skin.
Skin feels essential, but it's maybe not,
No, it is.
accepted it.
Okay, it's like
the medical community
it's like,
upgrade it to vital status.
It's like you in the vowels. It's
Okay.
like sometimes you.
Sometimes you.
Skin, sort of. I mean, you can lose a good amount of your skin.
That is sometimes why.
Shit.
The virtue.
Beep. Are we gonna beep out cuss words? You have more of the brains. Not because you're smarter than me. Don't even start with that. We're editing this. Ooh.
Got a fun one there?
I think so.
Yeah.
What does your creative process look like as a band as well as individually? So we definitely started with a good number of ideas that we traded back and forth. And we're like, oh, do you like this? And most of them we said yes to each other's ideas, and then we expanded on those.
We knew kind of the general feel and the pulse and the sound that we were after.
So we ended up with a cohesive sound, but coming from some weird angles. I write on the piano, and you write on the guitar primarily, right?
Yeah, it's oddly, there's plenty of things on the record that were originated being strummed out on an acoustic guitar, knowing full well that they were going to be translated to a synthesizer, end up sounding really different, but that was a comfort for me.
When I'm writing, I put my cell phone in my cleavage so that I can record myself.
I was saying the other day that I had noticed that some of our songs would come really easily, it happens in the span of an hour, and other ones we've kind of struggled to find the magic moment over the course of a few weeks, and I kind of appreciate that as an artist, that it keeps you humble and it keeps you passionate and industrious to have to kind of fight for it sometimes, and
no,
you
it's
feel
totally
you feel
true.
you earned it or something.
It's not predictable, and that's cool. In that too, it's not pop music.
That's right. I love the use of a good double negative.
2 weeks ago.
In our first rodeo.
I've been to at least 2 rodeos already. So this looks like it's a part of my leg, or no? Okay, how's that looking? Good one. Knocked it out of the park. Which words or phrases do you most overuse? I want to answer for you.
Okay.
Bizarre.
Yeah, you did notice a critical mass of the word bizarre recently.
I mean, you might...
It was strange. It was abnormal. It was yeah.
You stopped using it because you started realizing how much you say it because I said that. But otherwise, you would have just kept on using it all the time like that. Everything was bizarre.
Now it's just weird.
That's bizarre.
It was like a proclamation of wonderment.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was good. I don't know what I say.
Actually, your word that I've heard most in the last couple months is tight.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It's in a matter of approval, yeah.
I approve of a lot of things.
Tight.
Always saying that something is really cool.
Right.
It's so tight, dude. God damn. Alright, well, I'm sure you're right.